This is Silvermane. Welcome to Godfall 101.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you all got some sleep and were not up at 3 a.m. on a Sunday trying to quickly learn Japanese. For those of you that were, hola, buen día. Espero que tengas una buena mañana. So let's get into it, shall we? This morning, a whole lot of Japanese YouTubers released videos of them playing various games to showcase the PlayStation 5. One of those games was Godfall, and we got to see some extended gameplay, like we've all been asking for. Well, kind of like we've been asking for. I never really specified that I wanted the footage to be in English, so my bad, I guess. So recently there's been outcry to see the UI, almost as proof that Godfall is actually a game we can play. I was definitely one of those people that wanted to see more. I'm not going to say I wasn't. I for sure was asking to see UI. Would the UI be obtrusive? Was it going to be useful? Would all the information be readily available and easily readable during combat? Even though some are willing to wait until the game is released in less than 40 days to know anything more about it, I think it's reasonable to ask to have more information for a $470 investment for a PlayStation 5 for those early adopters. So here's what we got to see today. We did get to see the UI. We got to see our health bar down in green, a second bar. I believe this is the Archon Fury bar. Not a lot of the YouTubers ever got to fill this up. Some of them played very quickly and maybe got to level 1 or 2. Others looks like they got a little bit higher level. At least one person was able to reach level 5. And it looks like they unlocked the ability to use their Archon Fury because it started to fill up a little bit. We also got a healing consumable, and I don't know if this is only going to be designated to healing our character or if there will be consumables that buff other things, but for now, or maybe it'll do both. Maybe it'll be healing and it'll give other types of buff or other attributes. We also got an icon that indicates the banner icon. I think it looks like the banners that we've seen being dropped by Mason earlier footage, and it looks like the banners that we see in the pre-order bonus. And we also got the shield icon that indicates when the shield is on cooldown. There's also some objective stuff that you can see highlighted here. I don't know what it says. I've used many translation methods, but some of them just don't sound all the way right. But this is going to tell us what we have to do, who we have to kill, and what we have to do. Stand on this plate, you know, that kind of thing. The enemy, we see their health bar, and in a couple instances, we see 2 arrows indicating mainly or probably Soul Shatter and Takedown. So yeah, there it is. That's the UI. We've all seen it. We've all played it up in our head that, hey, we need to see this thing, and now here it is. So before I talk about the UI and my impressions, I think I want to talk about the menus, and then at the end I can kind of put all my thoughts together on both of them. So from the menu, we get multiple screens and multiple options. I translated this through Google Translate, so if it's wrong, I don't know. It's Google Translate, so we'll take that for what it is. So in the menu, we have an equipment tab, an armory tab, we have a skills tab, material tab, social tab, codex tab, and performance tab. Maybe performance is supposed to be settings. That would be my guess, unless there's other tabs hidden. You just go through them, one leaves and one enters, but I'm guessing performance is probably a settings tab. And then in our item slots, we also have another section for equipment, and then if we tab over, we would have our augments. So far for our equipment slots, we have 2 weapon slots, we have an amulet slot, we have a slot for our shield, 2 ring slots, a consumable slot, and then a banner slot. And because we don't know much about banners and the health consumable, let's just assume that they will also interact with our might, body, and spirit stats. Do you think 8 slots of items will give you enough depth to customize your character? We know that the augment constellations will play a big role in our character's power, and I wish we would have been able to see that menu, but anytime someone went to tab over, I think they cut really quickly. So I think it's too early to say if 8 item slots are too many or not enough, only because there's other systems we haven't seen yet, and they most likely will expand on the character sheet in some way. I do like that the menu is clean and easy to read though. It isn't overproduced, it's functional, it's easy to understand. The ability score box is very large and empty, but I'm sure we'll fill that up eventually with some item or some other system in the game. So there it is. We've seen the UI and some of the menus. So does this sway you one way or another to buy the game or give it a hard pass? I think the UI is simple and clean. It communicates what it needs to in a simple way. It doesn't get in the way. And I wonder if we'll have options to either make it bigger, resize it, change the color, or maybe make the UI present or only present when it needs to be. Surprisingly, we also got to see more of the 7th Sanctum and the last 2 Valorplates. And I'm not even going to try and guess what they're supposed to be based off of, but we do know that one of them is named Sirius. So now that we've collected all 12 of the plates, and very surprising to me, it appears to be very early in the game when we get to see them all, we know that we'll have to unlock them in some way in the game, so it was interesting to see them all from such an early slice of the game. Overall, I really like the designs of all the Valorplates. I don't think there's a bad looking set. It's like they're the Marvel movies of character design. Sure, some of the movies might not be your favorite, but none of them are outright bad. So if you've seen all the plates now, which is your favorite? And which are you most excited to play as? Let me know in the comments. For me, it's still Greyhawk. Just a quick note on the respawn time, it appears to be very, very fast from the PlayStation. We have learned that the main character's name is Orin, and I'm not going to spend time on this video speculating about all the voiceover that we heard in the game, because I suspect it has been cut up quite a bit, so there's probably a lot of things lost in there, so speculating on just a little bit, normally I would speculate on anything, but yeah, I'm sure we'll be seeing more pretty soon, so we'll just wait till it comes out then in English, so I can actually understand most of it. So how was the showing of Godfall, you ask? First and foremost, this was a PlayStation 5 showing. Godfall just happened to be one of the only launch titles, so if you were someone waiting to know more information about the game and if you should buy it or not, it is really hard to get the full picture from these videos, if you even knew about the videos. I think they showed a lot of cool things. I would have loved to have it in English from a content creator that's interested in the game and knows a little bit about it, and maybe some of those creators are, and I just don't know it because I don't speak Japanese. It seems like they were having fun though, but also they're content creators at an event. They're going to play to the camera. So overall, I like the look of the UI and the menu and the last 2 Valorplates. I'm glad we finally got to see them in some form or fashion. Now we know that the game is real, and now I can complain about something else until the game launches, and that'll probably be about, I want to know how co-op works. I want to know about item progression. Suffice it to say, I want to know more about the game. It's super early, I'm ready to go back to bed. So everyone, thank you for listening to this video. I hope it was useful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was useful, like I said. If it was, like and subscribe. And until next time, please, please be kind to each other.